My name is Igor Tsinman, and some people call me a president of AMC Bridge. Apparently I have this title. We started this company 23 years ago, back in 2000, and still doing it. So we're a software developer consultancy in the field of engineering, manufacturing, and construction, servicing clients now worldwide from diverse number of development centers, and hope we continue it for the foreseeable future. Our main focus, and actually our main clients, are in three distinct kind of industries that are interrelated: engineering, manufacturing, and construction. And if we are talking about IT trends or technology trends in these industries, even though they kind of have a lot of in common, like everyone wants to move to digitalization, move away from pencil and paper and be fully digital, different industry at different stages of this development. So for example, engineering started adopting CAD technology back in late 70s, early 80s, and so they kind of far along in this process. Manufacturing followed suit, and it's also very digitized in some areas less. And construction is just catching up. Actually, it's much less digitized as the previous industry. So they move at different speeds. So for engineering that is more advanced, for example, right now the big trends are AI, applying kind of advanced algorithmic solutions. They sometimes call it generative design. So if previously main way of designing is engineer kind of have the design in his or her head and then put it in kind of telling computer what he or she kind of have already designed. There is a trend of kind of basically saying what engineer wants to have and computer to generate it, or present several options for selecting what's the best design. So this is one kind of, I would say, kind of one trend in engineering and manufacturing. Over the years, manufacturers implemented a lot of digital technologies in different areas. And one of the objectives right now is to make sure that all these technologies are working together. So integration, kind of creating platforms that integrate them together. In construction, it's all above plus sometimes very basic things, because in construction companies and construction projects, still a lot of things done on paper, still a lot of things done by people kind of pushing non-digital products, or running around with big books of drawings printed and delivered to the construction site. So construction is trying to catch up, implementing basic digitalization technology, but at the same time looking at advanced, like AR, VR, or image processing, or robotics, to kind of catch up with other industries that are far ahead in digitalization. So it's a complex picture, from very cutting edge technology like AI and some basic stuff, just getting rid of paper and moving everything to computers or handhelds or anything like that. Construction is probably the least developed areas that we serve in terms of digitalization and application of modern technology. So in our view, construction probably has the most potential, and at the same time most obstacle to implement, because a lot of things, construction is one of the oldest, if not the oldest industry, maybe after agriculture, right? So a lot of things been developed over the centuries, and people build buildings forever. So if you go to construction site and sometimes people say, hey, don't mess around with me. I know how to build building. I don't need your fancy stuff. I need your kind of gadgets. Save it for music industry, save it for kids on the streets. We need something more concrete. But at the same time, people realize that construction needs improvement. Construction is falling behind needs of the society. And so I think the construction is the area where technology will progress the fastest. And we trying to address these needs, and we expanding our presence in construction and will expand it in the future. Construction and construction tech is less affected by the current downturn than other industries. So if you compare investment in startups, you'll see the dramatic growth in innovative construction tech startups that are on the market over the last years just skyrocketed. Number of dollars and number of new construction startups actually skyrocketing and going exponentially. So even though some other areas kind of experience some downturn, construction, especially construction tech, is basically striving. So that's also encouraging, and that's also one of the reasons we want to participate in this trend, and we will participate in this trend. It is especially exciting when we see our knowledge and expertise and technologies that we use applied kind of to adjacent areas. For example, there is a big boom in dental, for other things, to use advanced engineering manufacturing techniques, using scanning of to kind of get a picture of patient mouth, using 3D printing to create custom solutions for individual person that is specifically tailored to what this person need, using advanced materials and using advanced modeling technique to create the product that's specifically tailored to the person that dentist is serving at this particular point. And we've been very excited to collaborate with a couple of companies, especially one that is doing a kind of cutting edge job in this area, kind of combining all this technology together, providing absolutely unparalleled experience and unparalleled solutions to the customer. So this is one great example. Again, our expertise in 3D geometry, in 3D printing, in design techniques and algorithms was very helpful and very kind of indispensable, I would say, for this company to succeed. On the opposite side of the spectrum, we had very innovative project for HVAC companies that is producing filtration, air filtration, HVAC equipment for industrial installations. And we created for them the product that allowed them to tailor their solution to the specific customer very quickly. So the current workflow is that somebody is going on site, kind of writing down on paper or maybe on a laptop requirements, do some measurements, then compose email, send it back to the office and say, hey, could you give me a approximate estimation or proposal for this particular customer? So it takes from week to 2 weeks, aiming more, to create a proposal and then deliver back to the customer, and then all this process kind of lengthy and potentially a lot of misunderstanding, miscommunication, etc. And we've been able to reduce this process to 1-2 days by the way of providing person on site with a handheld, like iPad or similar devices, where the sketch of the potential solution is created. Then we automatically take the sketch, analyze it, send it back to the server, where server will analyze it, kind of put appropriate equipment in a proper place, create a simulation of the airflow of proposed solution, and deliver it tomorrow, basically within 12 hours, back to the person on site, who can present it to the customer and say, hey, here's your manufacturing area, right, that you want to serve. If you put equipment here, here, and here, here's airflow that would allow you to have a clean air in your manufacturing facility. If you replace this with more powerful things, then it's going to be this way. If you replace it with, we put extra equipment here and here, then it will serve you better or worse, whatever. So it is kind of speeds up significantly the process. It services customer faster and creates kind of more opportunities to the manufacturer. So it was very exciting and innovative solution that combined several technologies together and also employed a lot of our expertise in design, simulation, and kind of basic innovative software development. Even 5-6 years ago, our company was mainly servicing other companies who develop software for sale. And in a common jargon, it basically called outsourcing. But if you talk a little bit more deep level, it basically means that people who contacted us, they already knew what they want to do. They even knew how to do it most of the time. But what they needed is qualified people with knowledge and understanding of technologies to help them implement their vision and their product. Those people reside with the companies that are already software developers. They develop product like Autodesk or Dassault Systems or SolidWorks or Microsoft. We all know them. They used our skills to develop their product and sell them to their customers. We are not abandoning this market by no means, but what we are trying to diversify to is to step up. So there are a lot of people who know their problems, they know their business problems, but they don't know how to solve it, or what specific technology would be best to use to solve this problem. And that's what we call consultancy. We know how, we know technologies, we of course don't know their business. That they should explain to us what the problem is, but we can propose them solution, we can propose them a set of technologies that suit this solution the best, and we can implement and support it. So it's kind of a next level of service that we would like to provide, and not not a small part of it, that's much bigger market, because ICE with independent software vendors, as we call them, people who produce software, it's a reasonably small segment of market. Manufacturers and other companies is the rest of the world, so to speak. So we just want to move to a new market, and we want to provide them with the service that they need using our expertise and our understanding of technology and software development. It's our goal to become a partner of choice to our customers. And the reason for that is we possess a unique combination of technological knowledge and at one side, and another side, we don't sell them any particular product. We are here to serve our customer, we are here to provide them a solution based on a best of breed, right? So what our goal is to solve their problem with the most effective, cost and technologically effective way, regardless of the tools that would be needed. Because again, our goal is to serve the customer. Our goal not to sell the product. Our goal not to promote some other product. So we want to be these technological experts that sit next to the customer and decide how they resolve their problem using the technology available and our expertise. Being a partner of our customer is what we want to be, and we think we have a unique business proposition and unique technology and technological expertise that allow us to be that. Again, because we don't sell them, we're not selling them specific product, we're selling them solution. When we started, and for the big part of our history, we were a very focused company. We had served several clients in the United States from the development centers in Ukraine, actually in Ukraine. And over time we grew both in terms of how many centers do we have and how many clients do we serve. So our kind of modest goal is to become a global provider of services for manufacturing, engineering, manufacturing, and construction. Global meaning that we would like to serve customers around the world, and we already started in this direction. So not all our business is coming from the United States. In fact, we have significant chunk of business coming from Europe, and we started our business in Far East, and we already have clients in Japan and South Korea. So this is part of our business, who we serve. Another part of being global is how do we serve it? And we want to expand. We want to be a global, not in terms of our sales activity and clients we are serving, but we also want to be global in terms of development centers where we can provide service to our clients the most convenient way possible. So for example, they say time differences are problems, and closely located development service will be a best solution. If the skills not available, then we can find skills worldwide, etc., etc. Long-term strategy is to become a global company that service worldwide clients from the worldwide development centers.